Didn't hear me. What is up, everybody? Yeah. I'm gone for one day and I forget everything how to do it. But we are back. We're a day late. We apologize, internet and everything else and life. But we're back. We're here. We're here for a Friday night show. So excited to have everyone join us here. We got a lot going on. Ethan's going to be the co-host for the second time for our 4th episode. Are you ready, Ethan? This is getting fun, isn't it?
I'm ready, Gerald. It's a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited, guys. We got a look back to look and see how all of the elite racing went this last week, and then we're gonna go about Ethan and I gonna look back at the Cup race for the BellyUp Sports Cup Series. Take a look, criticize, and see how Ethan screwed it all up there at the end. And then after that, then we're going to go about taking a look at some of our picks and see how close we are to being really, really good at this. And, maybe some of us not being so good at this, at picking people who might win the race. And then, of course, we're going to take a look at the gauntlet. 4th running of the gauntlet, 4th different driver. This week, it's Matthew Weeks. And Matthew Weeks is... had an eventful time on the racetrack.
He did. It was fun.
So Ethan and I are going to host that and see how he's going to do around there. But, other than that, we're going to take a look back at some of the sponsorship news, how you can enter in for the sponsorship that we have going on for Cup drivers. And then we're going to take a look at a marbles race to determine who's going to win at COTA. So... anybody that's willing to see how COTA's going to already play out, if you haven't already picked R.C. Anderson to win R.C. Anderson or
Stanley.
Ethan Stanley. Yeah, Ethan Stanley. See if one of those guys already won, but we'll see what the marbles pick. Maybe the marbles got somebody different. Other than that, Ethan, are you ready to get going? I know we got some live viewers here ready to get going as well.
I'm ready, buddy.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a look back at the start of the week with the Indy cars last week.
Last lap, Derek. Take it away.
All right, we are on the last lap. Jason Brophy trying to get his first win of the 2024 season, trying to hold off Nicholas Sudik and a hard-charging Jared Rexing. Sudik is going to pull on the outside. Is this the time where he gets enough horses under that in the engine of his to make the move? Brophy still stays on the bottom of the track. He will not do it. Jason Brophy is going to pick up his first win of the 2024 season here at the Kansas Speedway.
And here comes Personette. White flag is out. We are going to come back to the checker. Francis has a healthy lead over Dusty now. You got to think if he's got enough fuel, it should be pretty easy for him. Personette pulls ahead there. Wrecking in the back, but nobody cares. Heading down the backstretch, Joe Francis continues to build his lead. Down into turn 3 for the last time. Tyler Fody creeping on the bottom out of gas. They come off of turn number 4. Joe Francis can see the checkered flag waving at this point. The battles for second. Oh, Dustin Dewar runs out of gas there in second, gets a little nerf.
Oh, he's not going to get there.
Francis
he might get there for third.
Joe Francis, Christopher Melton, Dustin Dewar is going to finish third. Rucker and Joshua Personette round out the top 5. Incredible finish here at Indianapolis.
Where's Gerald, his team owner, to be here and celebrate?
As here we come, Burrell and Crump side by side. Who's going to get it here? As Crump takes advantage of Burrell, he's going to slide up to the high side. Burrell going to look to battle back on the inside. Here we come down the back straightaway for the final time here, Chris. It's Lytle out front. He doesn't have to worry about those guys behind him. Burrell Gonna do whatever he can to get there. We'll see what they can do. Very tight battle. Burrell on the inside. Crump up on the high side. Here they come off of 4 for the final time to the line. It's Tate Lytle, the victor.
make
Contact. Is Burrell gonna get it? Is it gonna be Weeks? It's Weeks at the line for third. Lytle, Crump, Weeks, Burrell, and Tyler Pop, your top 5.
Let's see if Corey Abbott can hold it around the outside here of the 065.
Here comes Norgard. White's out. Let's go.
Will end under green flag conditions. Jimmy Hayden.
Only took 4 hours, but we've made it.
Carlos Gordensky still looking for third over Corey Abbott. He will not give this up. Corey Abbott trying to hold strong on the outside. He'll have the momentum off the top of the corner. But Jimmy Hayden less than a mile away from winning his debut race as they wreck behind him.
That's fine. They can wreck all they want. It's Jimmy Hayden out front. Alate Norgard second. Tyler Skordensky to 30 sideways is Jimmy Hayden. Gonna get the victory. Corey Abbott at the line. Top 3 for Abbott Motorsports.
Wow.
Dave has the script. He put it on Gable just as we were coming up a 2, and thought Gable might be providing us with the caution to ruin Gerald's beautiful speed there. White flag for Garrison Hogan. Tyler Fody has actually turned the wick up significantly, but he's going to run out of laps.
Yeah, coming out of the turn here, Garrison Hogan has had a masterful race. He kind of was running in the top 5 for the majority of the race, just kind of kept his name in the bunch here as he was able to have that long run speed, showed it here that he is the master of tire saving here at Homestead. And out of turn 4 to lock his name into the playoffs here, and weaving down the front straightaway, we have a winner here. Garrison Hogan able to get it done here at Homestead. That was a look back. Sorry, we're having a little bit of a lag issue right now. Not sure exactly why, but yeah, that was last week's race. If you couldn't tell from the blurry pictures there, I feel bad for Dave. He made all those nice picture or video for us, and I can't even tell what's going on in them. I am so sorry. So maybe we'll have to showcase them a little bit there. But while we're waiting for maybe my internet to try to come back to life, it killed me yesterday. It didn't come on at all, and now we have one that just went out completely. But Ethan, that was last week. What did you think of it?
It was a good week of racing. It's always nice the first week after Daytona, after speed weeks. Everyone's kind of settled in. You go to a track, you go to some tracks where you got to brake. You got a pit strategy, save your tires, and it's not just an absolute melee like Daytona. So it was a fun week. It was nice. It kind of, to me, it kind of feels like the real first week of the season since Daytona is such a wild card event. So it was good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a good, solid week of racing, really. I mean, honestly, it was a lot of really good races there, and a lot of green flag races there. Some new victors in there. We saw my driver there winning the Truck Series, so I was happy to see an Aggressive Eagle car coming across the line and winning in the Truck Series. So congratulations to my teammate there. But overall, really fun. We did have a question down there. We had one commenter here wanting to know any pointers or tips, tracks for new drivers starting out. I think nobody better than Ethan, the guy that wins majority of these races. Any advice for Austin here?
Just find a good group of guys. Try to just soak in everything you can from them. Everything they do on track at any specific track. Just try to mimic what they're doing. Take their advice on brake adjustments, steering wheel adjustments.
Even setups, like as far as what they have at the house, the steering wheels and everything. I mean, drivers like us know what works, what steering wheels packages are nice, and what ones to stay away from, or maybe spending too much money. You just don't go in too heavy. Go in like for me, I put in money and it got really crazy after a while, but that's how I convinced my wife, is I did it slowly and before she could really put a stop to it. So that's how I got away with it. I don't know how Ethan did.
Yeah, it's kind of you just build up to it over time. You go in. See, I came with this for the wife. This was already part of what I did. So
Yeah, absolutely.
knew.
Well, she knew. Mine didn't. So I kind of laid it on her whenever I was getting into it. So for me, it was just something that I went from real life racing to this, so that way I could keep up the mentality. I know Jeff Green's one of those people that in real life he went from NASCAR to here. So if you guys want to be able to get into a league, Elite's a really good league. Has a lot of aspects with, especially with BellyUp joining. You're going to want to be able to get into a league with a lot of hype and longevity, and get to know a lot of drivers that are going to stick around for a while. So Elite's one of those. So if you're interested in a racing league, I pretty much recommend Elite Racing, I guess.
Yeah, reach out to Robert Hill. I mean, the Elite Pit Pass ARCA series on Tuesday nights. It's a great entry series for everybody. Dog Mask is my. I put that on before the races. That's my alter ego. I put that on, and then I don't act like the commentator. But is the dog the one that doesn't like getting past, or is that you? He's the one that chases after the cars. So that's at least that's what I tell myself. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take a look back at the Cup race at Homestead. We're gonna do a side commentary. Hopefully, the internet makes it kind of stable for us, so that way everyone can be able to see. I'm trying, people. They cut off the internet, and then they turned it back on, and then they slowed it down here just as soon as we started the show. So I don't know what they're doing to me. But we're going to go ahead and do a live look, and we're going to criticize some people. There's a couple of them in there that need some criticizing, I think, and maybe Race Control missed a couple calls that maybe me and Ethan think should have been changed over. And then we're going to look at how we had a winner come forth in the Homestead race in the long run. So there's a lot to go over. We're going to start it off here really nicely with a look back at the start of the race on Wednesday. Let me change this over. Oh, look at that guy. Yeah, it looked really good for you to start off with, didn't it? You were able to get a really good start there, get the lead and get the pole. How'd you do that? Away from him. Lot of just pure talent. No, I practiced a lot for the qualifying. Oh, look at that! Right off the bat.
Chad Frankenfield's going to be involved in the wreck.
Yeah, that's the first wreck of the night right there. Yeah, some hard hits.
Not a lot of brakes.
It's all started with that group we were commenting on.
So I think this was like lap 2 that this happened on.
70's loose.
Coming down and making contact with
looks like the stream is able to get somewhat good pictures here, so happy to see that. Yeah, Justin Wadsworth, got turned around, and then watch this. About like 7, 8, 10 seconds back from that. Leighton Norgard got him. I think he got stuck on the wall.
Yeah.
I gotta say, back to Leighton Norgard. That guy has dedication to his paint scheme.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the picture?
Oh yeah.
When they show him on the broadcast,
yep.
He's got the same color hair as his car. I just call that great dedication. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be changing my hair green for the broadcast, but that man's dedicated.
Tosh is going to be involved in this.
All right, let's see. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, this one was a really bad one that we have to look at here. Jeff Green involved in this one. This, I think, was the biggest of the night. This happened, I think, in the first 30 or 40 minutes of the race.
Okay.
But when it came back down, you see up there, I think Robert Hill got loose.
Oh, boy.
In front of
Robert Hill.
Jordan Owens. And then Jeff got clobbered. Absolutely clobbered. Right here. Now, one thing that they don't say, and we kind of kept quiet in the broadcast here, you probably overheard it, and there was a lot to about it.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Owens.
He's lucky there's...
Yeah, Jordan Owens right there.
Yeah, so it's tough because there was a miscommunication. Race Control said initially the tally was on the 12 or 6, or it was on Jordan Owens. but it turned out it was called on the 63, which was correct. Now Jordan, sure, he could have been a little bit more calm about it.
Yeah, but I think race control. I think where the problem was, Jordan Owens got if anyone was wondering, Jordan Owens got kicked out of the race due to not calling the race control nice words, to say the least. He didn't call race control nice words because he thought the race control had said his name at fault for the incident. They called it on Robert Hill. And Jordan Owens found himself out of the race after making some comments that he probably didn't mean to make once he found out it wasn't him, but quick to judge, quick to anger, and quick to get kicked the hell out.
And I will add in Jordan's defense, it wasn't any suspendable bad terms. So it was just heat of the moment reaction.
Heat of the moment, but nonetheless, it still ended up with Jordan Owens going home. This was with Brent Jones. He was able to make a pretty nice save here and be able to.
Oh man, yeah,
miss Jeff Green just by a hair. Now to give Jeff Green credit. Oh, this is the next thing. This didn't cause a caution. Ethan, this happened a little bit before that wreck, and I want your opinion on this. What happened to that 15? I know we got someone in the comments saying 15 cars, someone to watch for the championship. So he's the one to watch right now.
I'm seeing 4 wide up ahead. That's fine. Rabilis does a good job checking up. Now Chad decides I'm not checking up. I'm gaining a spot here. I see him get loose.
That car comes down.
He's definitely loose and just absolutely murders Talon.
Yeah, he did.
If I remember correctly, there was no call for this.
They called it a racing situation.
I don't know how that was.
We normally in Elite call it Chad Wide.
Yeah.
What
happened on track?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I don't know if I agree with it as much. I know Chad just commented down. Chad, look away, because I mean, to be fair, Chad came back from this incident. I have no idea. Have a good finish at the end. But
the guy that causes it usually gets away okay.
I don't know how he got away okay from that. I mean, yeah, that was a pretty good hard hit. So this is a little bit later on. Some good racing. Stage was coming up.
Oh no!
Yeah, that one happened with. I think that was person 18.
This looks like a failed pit road entry. That's the worst case scenario.
I know after the really good move to dodge the first wreck.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Give us a rundown here.
Let's see.
This is your ex-teammate.
Yeah,
and I wanted to bring this up.
I want to get a better look at this because I didn't get a great. I haven't really looked at this closely,
So I've been kind of making point of it all week to tell Tate Lytle to calm down. I think since last Sunday he's been a little angry.
That's some netcode initially.
This is netcode initially, but watch the 56. Watch the 56 here.
They're just giving each other new doors.
Yeah, and they keep it straight, and then
they keep it straight, and then I think Tate.
Oh yeah. Come on, Tate. What are we doing?
Come on, Tate.
I hate to drag Tate, but I feel like that's a case of
a little anger.
I think it's more of I feel like I'm quicker, so you're in my
get out of my way.
Deal.
Tate doesn't do that, does he?
I'll plead the fifth on that.
Okay. Yeah, Tate's a super fast guy, but he does not like to battle with people if they're slower than him. This was a good battle. This was something we had to point out. This is where Garrison Hogan on old tires. This was the green flag run was just starting up here. About 40 laps into the green flag run, pit stops were about to happen, and man, I gotta say, Matthew Weeks, what a choke job.
Yeah, he flopped that one for sure.
Yeah, Weeks had such a strong run here. Garrison Hogan comes down pit road on lap 102. Matthew Weeks is like, I know what I'm doing.
Race winning move, you know.
And then Matthew Weeks finds himself in 10th place while the battle for the lead's going on.
he lives and dies by the overcut, and that time it did not work. You gotta react to the guys around you.
This is what you were talking about,
Yeah.
right, Gerald? Is
So,
now
Garrison Hogan just ticking him off there at the end of this race. I mean, just absolutely eating him at the end of this. So he had some long run speed, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did. It was inevitable. You knew he was coming. You didn't know when and how fast. So
yeah. Now
wish the
you
race
saw this
ended
all
right
happening
here.
behind you. Yeah, you saw this happening behind you. What was in your mind? You're leading. You're on the oldest tires.
I was saying, please, Fody and Crump, hold this guy up. They did not hold him up. Not enough at all.
Nah. Because here he comes, lap 4, Garrison Hogan to the lead. Passes Ethan Burrell, made it look easy.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything.
I had a whole plan.
Hold him off a little bit.
I had a whole plan, and he got there and just threw it in the corner, and I had nothing.
You could have done something.
I don't know. I could have pulled a Chad, I guess.
Then you lost second to Tyler Fody, and out of turn 4, Garrison Hogan wins the race, and as I'm saying over myself, locks himself in to the chase. Does it early, and for a guy that says I'm done racing elite, he very quickly came back because he's an open driver, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he might
is.
be. Yeah, I know. He said so. Kicking the Tires came on and entered him in for another season. So he said, "All right, I'll do it. I'll commit." And he wasn't messing around already.
No, he wasn't. I mean, what a good run for him. I mean, he qualifies the top open guy in Daytona, and then comes out here, qualifies third. I think he qualified third for Daytona too. So he's up there with top qualifying. I think the only better driver at qualifying is Tyler Fody, who got pole at Daytona and started second for Homestead. So those two are having it out for who's a better qualifier. But overall, good start for Garrison Hogan for a guy that didn't know if he was going to be racing this season.
That's right, and I think it's going to catch a lot of people off guard because, see, I've raced around Garrison a lot outside of Elite, but like last season, the season before, he usually didn't qualify. He'd just start in the back, he'd drive up through the field, get top 10, top 5 finishes. So if he's out there qualifying, he means business this time.
Yeah, well, this was kind of like a rundown of kind of like how the interesting facts, I guess you would say, that Ethan and I wanted to kind of point out and kind of see. What's some of those that stand out to you, Ethan?
Oh, let's see. Average position for sure. You got Fody 4.5, Crump 4.1. I mean, those guys started up there and stayed up there the whole time. I mean, that's impressive to me.
Yeah, I mean, mine is. Chad Frankenfield takes out a crap ton of people, passes 55 people on track, and ends up with a 17th place finish, which is not bad considering how much damage was on his car.
That's true.
Some of those average finishes there, Ryan Gable finishes back in 16th or 15th after running in the top 5 for the majority of the race. Rough.
Shout out Chris Wright, most passes.
Most passes. We were joking. Most passes and the most to get passed was Chris Wright, the man that rocket launched his tires to the front of the field and then watch him blow up and drop back through the field on multiple occasions. Didn't work out for him. He needed more cautions, didn't he?
Props to him, man, because that car was
didn't
rough.
give up.
That car was rough. Once he
was
burned
the last guy on the lead lap. So
yeah, once he heated up the rear tires, that thing was not fun to drive, and he was heating up the rear tires quick.
yeah. I mean, he was good on the short runs. He was really good. I have one guy on in the chat here ask you a question, Ethan. He wanted to know how's it feel being the Denny Hamlin of Elite, team owner for a team and racing for a different team.
It's pretty cool, to a point. I got extra teammates now. So, they were always mad I had 17 teammates. I added another 4
You
guys,
added more than 4 because Goody, the second largest group is probably Goody's group with people that join in. So, I mean, nobody can touch you is what you're probably saying to yourself.
But no, in all honesty, it's been fun. I have already, just from Homestead, I have been raced harder by my Pro Edge teammates now that they're not in the chat, or I'm not in the chat with them. So it's been interesting. I guess I can't hear my teammates, wanting a favor, or I can't ask for favors either. But I have been like Weeks was running me hard, so
yeah,
it's different.
Weeks, he runs hard. We'll have him a little bit later for the gauntlet here. Other than that, let's go ahead and see how some of our picks turned out here, Ethan.
Yeah.
It was a good night for you again, wasn't it? You always win, don't you?
We're starting
just can't
off
seem
on
to
a
get away
heater.
from it. Yeah, you just can't let some of us have a good time, huh?
All right.
So this was our picks. I picked you, so I was rooting for you, and you got me some good points. I got the second most out of all of us. Goody, I picked Tyler Fody, which was good. Jeff Green, Scott Crump, really good. Johnny Thomas, Ethan Stanley was never really up there. Couldn't get up there to the front, could he?
No, just got stuck in the traffic, man.
And then you picked the winner, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Winner.
Yes, sir.
Lucky you, huh?
No, Garrison's good on the
Didn't have a factor in the 4 laps, so you just kind of just lifted and let him go by, huh?
yeah.
Didn't have a factor at all, huh?
Gotta go with the long run guy, man. He's stout at the intermediates.
Yeah, I think that's a Leighton Norgard, the Kittens one. I guess he's saying he had the hair color before the scheme. Maybe it influenced the paint scheme. Maybe
I like it. I like it.
So the Marbles picked Nick Indelicato. Not the worst. Nick was up there for a while. Got stuck behind Chris Wright for a while and kind of got stuck in that freight train on the outside lane. But not bad pick for the Marbles.
And I feel
like dead last. Now they picked in the middle, so we'll see at the end of the show if they are going towards the front again.
And I feel like Nick's kind of helping the case for the Marbles team. After Daytona, it was feeling like a curse, but middle of the pack. Kind of lightens it up.
Maybe to him that's a curse. Maybe he felt like he had it. Maybe
that's true.
Because he was up there for a lot of it, and he fell back a little bit because of Chris Wright and getting stuck behind Chris Wright. But overall, 17th, or I think he finished like 15, so not too bad. This is where we're at in the standings for our crew. And again, if you want, leave your picks for the next race with us here. You can play along with us. I'm not going to look over your stuff or care really if you beat me. I'm definitely not going to say anything if you beat me. I might bring you up if I really beat you, but as far as if you want to leave it. Yeah, I know. Look at that. How about that? Good for you guys. Yeah, Ethan Burrell, Michael Goodman, Jeff Green right up the top. Look at you. You're already pulling away a little bit, aren't you?
I'm hoping to keep it going, man. I don't know. The picks for Coda, we'll see.
Might drop you a little bit.
We'll see.
So how it works with us is the guy that is highest in points picks last. Johnny Thomas was the first to pick. I was the second to pick. The Marbles just pick whoever wins the Marbles race. So that they're right now last, but considering that they picked Jeff Green, who finished dead last, and they're not that far behind me, does not fill me with a lot of happiness. So, no, but that is for the point standings. We're gonna look at who we picked for Coda road course, so you know roughly who we're gonna pick. But here's who we picked. We're going to start up at the top. I picked David Tooker. Here's the thing. You're not seeing RC Anderson on there, and you're probably like, why would you not pick RC Anderson? Are you guys dumb? Well, we don't know if he's going to show up, and we don't want 0.
Yep.
It would be essentially picking 0 if he doesn't show up. So none of us risk it. I tried to convince you to risk it, but you picked him vanity, didn't you?
I thought about it.
Yeah. As far as our drivers, I picked David Tooker. Michael Goodman picked Nick Indelicato. Jeff Green picked Chad Frankenfield. Johnny Thomas picked Ethan Stanley, obviously being the first guy to pick. He picked Ethan Stanley, which is like,
it would be a huge upset if he didn't win.
Yeah, it would be a humongous upset if Ethan Stanley Didn't you do good in the trucks there, Coda, the last time?
I almost beat RC. Almost.
You almost beat R.C. Anderson, and that was a surprise to all of us because you lost it. Like, did you choke again?
Kinda, yeah. Like I think
you
like
choked again.
5 or 6 to go. They were gone. Rear tires were gone. It was over.
Maybe you are the Denny Hamlin. I don't know.
Maybe.
Locking up the tires at a road course and letting the veteran get by you and winning. Maybe you are. But
looking for redemption.
Yep. So now what we're going to do here, folks, is we're going to take a small commercial break. When we get back, we're going to take a look at the gauntlet. If you don't know what the gauntlet is, it is probably the most fun for us, not fun for the person that's doing the gauntlet. It's the best way to do an interview, in my mind, that we can be able to see drivers have to answer our stupid questions while trying to get around the Nürburgring. And if you don't know the Nürburgring, it's like 87 turns and 27 miles of nothing but horribleness, in my opinion.
Pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering, for sure. So we're going to take a look at that as soon as we get back from the commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of BellyUp Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BellyUp, you will get 15% off your purchase at RighteousFelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast here to tell you guys about Canada-Dips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canada-Dip CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BellyUp20 at CanadipCBD.com. Once again, BellyUp20 at CanadipCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canadips for being a great partner of BellyUp Sports.
Today, Matthew Weeks is here to take on the gauntlet, the winner of the 10th annual Daytona 500 Pass Cup Series champion, here to try to see how he can get along here, answering our questions and trying to keep it on track. If you're ready, Weeks, we are as well. You can get going here for us. Well, as Matthew Weeks gets going here on track, we had a few questions for you here. Back-to-back Final Four appearance as you try to figure out how to get around here. Good start there, Weeks. I hope
cold tires stuck in turn 1.
Yeah, I hope you adjusted the steering wheel perfectly. Back-to-back Final Four appearances and a championship underneath your belt already. Can you make it back to the top of the Elite Cup Series standings this season?
I feel like I have a good shot. I feel more comfortable with this car now, and I feel like I have a little bit more speed. So, yeah, I feel like I can.
Well, member of Pro Edge now for many years, so could you tell the people how you got introduced to the team and kind of where this thing all started? Because I know, of course, you've been around since the beginning, but can you just break it down for everybody that might not know?
I met Trey Holmes years and years ago, probably 12, 13 years ago, and he brought me into, I think you're running the league at the time, Pro Edge Racing on console, man, and I started racing you guys, and it was probably the best league I ever raced on console. I had so much fun, and then I know you and Tucker moved up to iRacing, and I was still stuck racing console. And so I finally moved up, and you gave me the offer to drive for you since we've been friends for so long, and it's been like that ever since, dude. It's been a joy racing with really good friends every single weekend.
Kind of a family ship over there that you got in Pro Edge. I know you guys get a lot of new members, but the core foundation is what drivers there at Pro Edge.
Yeah, Tucker, Ethan, and I mean, we've been racing together Hell, dude, so long. It's crazy how long we've been together and we've been such good friends. It's just so fun just to have people like that for real.
Well, you're about to get to the real part of the gauntlet here. This is where it gets difficult. This is where people tend to struggle here. But while we get into this, we're going to start answering some of these questions that is on everybody's mind. For a guy well known for indulging in the occasional weed smoking, I have to say you're the least mellow pot smoker I've ever met. Is something about racing that just amps you up, or are you just that type of weed smoker?
I'm a competitive person, dude. I'm very competitive, and I grew up racing dirt when I was little, and then I quit. We didn't have the money, and then me doing sports is how I've always been, super competitive. And then, when I get home from school, playing games with buddies like Madden, that was our thing, talking crap and having a good time. So when I finally got on here, even on console, dude, I did the same thing. I always talked crap, always had a good time. But I like to call people out on their dumb stuff, and it's like a lot of people, I thought the corner's going up, a lot of people don't like being called out on their stuff, and so people are soft about it.
So Matt, for a new driver starting out in Elite, what advice would you give them, and who would you tell them to stay away from on the racetrack?
Andrew Rucker, because you're going to get wrecked 9 times out of 10.
got any others in there?
I would say Chad, because he puts you in a lot of bad spots sometimes. But other than that, he'll race you good. Other than that, I know some of the new people coming in, like, I hate to be mean, but some guys really can't hold a steady wheel, like that Robert Smith. I hate to call him out, but I'm glad he's not Cup. Anyone else? Let's see. I know Mark sponsors a series, but he does some questionable Xfinity series. I know he does some questionable stuff on track sometimes. So I would stay away from him, and as I go off the track.
Haven't you guys hired? Oh, see, you're cutting the course. You were complaining about other drivers doing it, but you did it
followed
yourself.
Crump's tracks right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I missed that corner.
Can Pro Edge really judge when you guys have Harrison Talon on your team for a short while there?
No, but I'll tell you the truth. We call Harry out all the time. So.
Well, on to our next question here. Did you? This is something that I was told here, and I have to ask this question here. Did you win that Cup championship high? And if you did, you don't believe that is cheating? I mean, due to the fact that it slows down everything in your mind and allowing you to slow down time, essentially. Don't you think that's making you faster?
Hey, maybe. I mean, I don't race without it. Is what I'm used to, but no, I don't think that's what won it. I had to drive all the way from like 20th after I got wrecked with like 20 to go. So I think really it come down to just being fast and passing people at the end of that thing with the short runs we had to end it.
Is that all you have? I mean, what came down to that Cup championship that you got a couple years back?
I don't know. I mean, it was hard to judge because we wrecked the entire race. I think we had like 20 cautions. I mean, but I was up front the whole time. Got wrecked a couple times. I guess it was just what really helped was the boys calming me down because I was mad. I was aggravated. They talked me up, got me back in the groove, and I just started driving harder and getting passes, and then made a move on John on 3 and 4, and it worked. And so, I mean. I really don't know much how I won that thing.
Closest championship I think we've had ever. Do you remember how close it was?
I don't remember how close it was. I just know I barely got him. That's the only thing I remember. I mean, it's my picture on my computer because just how we crossed the line. And John's one of my good friends for as long as Ethan has been. So to race him for it was awesome. So.
All right, buddy. So here's another one for you. You're trapped on an island with Justin Fuller.
Oh, we're dead.
Oh. I'll let you keep her straight. Oh, okay, there you go. You're
no,
trapped
no,
on... Oh, no.
Get out the wall!
You got it. Don't get stuck on the curb.
Don't get stuck.
Oh, no.
We're stuck, dude.
Oh,
no.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. He's gonna find a way.
Oh my gosh.
Gerald, you might have to run the tow truck out there, buddy.
Oh, come on, Weeks.
see,
Get it
I
off
said-
of there.
I
Dude, we're
said Justin Fuller, man, and it went downhill.
Yep.
Put it in fourth gear.
You bring him up and. Oh, it worked. Let's go.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
I know the tricks.
All right, I'll try it again.
Oh my gosh.
Careful.
Oh.
That's funny, dude. That's perfect. I'm glad I was the first one to do that.
Yeah.
So you're trapped on an island with Justin Fuller, Scott Crump, and Andrew Rucker. You need to team up with one of them, and you need to vote another one of them off the island. What are your picks?
I mean, Fuller has brains, so I would probably pick Fuller.
Who would you boot off the island?
Oh,
Crump or
Rucker's
Rucker?
going. Rucker, dude. He's not all there in my mind. He just some of his thoughts, I just get like, what in the world, dude? Yeah, I would suffer with Crump and Fuller, bro. I would.
Can you imagine that being a great island? How long would you last there?
I mean, we'll be good. I mean, I know I give Crump a hard time. It's just I enjoy talking crap to him. He just takes it different than everybody, so it's a good time. So we'll have fun, dude.
Well, we're gonna get closer to the fast part of the racetrack here. You kind of missed that, mistimed us a little bit because we've never had a driver come to a complete stop on racetrack for as long
First
as you
time
did.
for everything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you're about 20 miles out. I don't think we would have been able to send a tow truck out there for you. But we're about to get to the fast action time of the questions. We're going to essentially ask you a question, and we want you to be able to get back with us as quickly as you can. What comes to mind? Alrighty.
All right.
Favorite racetrack?
Darlington.
Okay.
Pro Edge's biggest secret.
Now this one you can give us a little bit more time telling us. Everyone else wants to know this.
Dang. I don't know. That's hard.
Because I'm here, he's like, oh, I don't know, the biggest, maybe the fourth secret.
Damn. I really don't know.
You don't know? They didn't tell you, huh?
It's
Oh!
okay, here, how about, what's our secret to being competitive?
Oh. Dang. You got me on a stumble. I mean, I know we don't practice. We just send it, dude. We're just full send.
Alright. We'll let you be on that one.
I mean, we really don't keep secrets. I mean, I don't know what secrets we have. I just know we like to talk crap to other people and have a good time.
I got a good teammate, Gerald. He ain't spilling the beans, buddy.
I know, you paid him underneath the table there. Lapping Chad at Darlington.
Oh my god, I was so mad, dude. Oh, that's the worst thing ever. I am still mad to this day over that. So I hope he hears that.
All right, best person to steal a win from on the last lap.
Has to be Fody, dude.
Taking it from Fody, huh? Alright.
Yep.
We're getting closer and closer to the end here. I had one final one. I feel like this is perfect for you. But which Disney princess do you most connect with on a personal level?
You have to say that again, you cut out.
Which Disney princess do you most connect with on a personal level?
Oh.
Keep going.
Man, I'm thinking, I have to be Frozen, I guess, that Frozen princess.
I don't know where that came from. But, all right. Well, you can do whatever you want here. This is your opportunity. You completed the gauntlet, which you were about to be the first one to ever not complete the gauntlet, but you were able to do it. We want to go ahead and let you do your thank yous and shout outs. If you want to sing the Frozen song, you can do that, whatever you want to do. We're going to give you the next minute here to go ahead and do your thank yous and shout outs for all those that allow you to be able to compete in the Elite Racing Network here.
The Frozen thing is because my daughter, when she's grown up, she watched that movie so much, so it's like stuck.
Whatever you guys say.
And then shout out, 213, man. They jumped on board in 2022 and have like literally been a part of my cup car and my season like ever since, and always with me, always backs me. All my guys at Pro Edge, man, such good friends. We've known each other for so long. All the fueled up guys. John with JD Designs and how his schemes look beautiful. Justin with how he paints mine, and Trey's and a couple others. They look awesome, all those guys. Everyone that watches. You do a lot, Joe, where you switch from racing every series to now, doing the podcasts and broadcasting Cups. Dude, that's awesome. And everyone that watches, and I know we give Chad a hard time. I know people say this, but he does a lot for the league and runs this great league that we all show up and race weekly. And I know some of us, it seems like we don't get along, and I like talking crap to people, but I enjoy racing those guys. We have a good time. So shout out to everyone that's part of the league, for real.
Absolutely. Well, good job completing the gauntlet. We're going to take it back up to the booth where we're going to see how your time, which probably isn't that great, but we're going to see how your time was able to compete with all those that have tried the gauntlet up to this point. Thank you, Weeks. That was Matthew Weeks able to get the lap done there at the Nürburgring, and we almost thought he wasn't going to be able to.
I thought we were going to have to run a car out there and push him or something.
I don't know what we would do. I mean, helicopter? I don't. He was so far out there. There's nothing we could have done. Let's go ahead and see his lap times because he was booking it for a bit there. Let's see what he would end up turning here. Oh, not bad. He actually beat somebody.
He beat Crump. Oh, man.
Yeah, he beat Scott Crump there. He able to get a 10 minute, 47 seconds. I wonder what he would have been if he didn't take a lunch break out there.
He was cooking until that, actually. Wow.
Yeah, he was. He was
even with the
was
turn
booking
one
it.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. So, what could have been if he didn't do that? And it just kind of shows. And Scott Crump, what were you doing in third gear for most of that racetrack? Yeah, he didn't want to look bad, but gosh, dang.
Hey, shout out Dave Huck, man. He had a banger of a comment. He said his time will be measured in weeks.
We gotta be able to obviously showcase that one.
That's
there we go.
That was clever.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it, Dave.
Yeah, that's a really good one, Dave. But as far as times go, that will be remembered for an interesting time. I think we're gonna test out the walls not next week because we're going to be off next week due to not having elite racing due to the Daytona 500, but the following week when we have Goody back as the co-host, we're going to have Dustin Dewar doing the gauntlet for us. So we're going to test out the walls there, I think. We'll see if there's any fake walls at the Nürburgring, but that's going to be an interesting one. Dusty's a comedian there, so he's going to be one for anybody to watch. I'm sure he's going to have some pretty funny comments. So thank you, Matthew Weeks, for joining us and for never buying a Chevy and making me have to stick a Chevy paint scheme on a Toyota car. So thank you for that. And
worked out,
yeah,
kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it had 4 tail lamps.
It did.
At one. Yes, it didn't help him.
None of them lit up when he was stuck on the curb, though.
No, none of them helped him, I don't think. But that was the gauntlet. Next thing on our agenda that we wanted to talk about, showcase to everybody, is of course we have a sponsorship opportunity. Any driver looking for a sponsor in the Cup Series, this is your chance to have probably the coolest logo on your car ever, Infinity Taekwondo. They gave us a little bit of a way for people to be able to try to enter into it, to be able to go about trying to get a chance to go after and get the sponsorship. What you can do, there's a couple different ways you can enter. All you have to do is message us over at the BellyUp Gaming on Twitter, and be able to Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it nowadays. And all you have to do is you can enter in multiple different ways. You can enter in by entering a car with a paint scheme on it and try to enter it that way. You can try to enter it with a video. As long as it's not making fun of Taekwondo, you could try Taekwondo or however you want to be able to showcase that maybe Taekwondo, Infinity Taekwondo is made for you. I've already got a couple submissions in for that, and it's going to be interesting to see who they pick. We'll kind of showcase, who they end up choosing, maybe some of the things that they ended up showcasing. So you have until the next broadcast, so about 2 weeks from now, a little less, now that we're on a Friday night, 2 weeks from now, to be able to enter in for a chance to have the sponsorship. And the thing with this sponsorship is it's up to you to keep them after that. I mean, we set you up. This could be a long-time sponsorship. This may follow you over to other things, whatever you want to do. If they feel like that you are best for their brand, they're giving you a shot to be able to get onto your car, and you could do whatever you want from there. It's not like the Elite, or not the Elite, but the Simply Racing Show podcast sponsor that Adams have. As much as he's really doing a good job at Homestead there, Adams is going to lose it at the end of the year. I know he was happy to finally get the car in there, so good job to Adams for getting the Simply Racing Show on the actual track for the show that we actually broadcast for. But good job to him. But he is going to lose that. You may not lose Infinity Taekwondo. It's up to you to keep it. So if you want to enter in, just send your information over to the BellyUp Gaming Twitter page. So that was one thing that we had there to showcase. The next thing that we have, the last thing that we have, of course, is going to be the marbles race. What everyone showed up for, right? To see the marble race, to see how maybe you're going to do, or maybe someone you know is going to do at COTA. And maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, depending on what it picks, I guess. What do you think?
It's going to be hard for COTA because a lot of us kind of agree there's a pretty small pool of guys that we really
There's
think
like 5 core people.
Yeah.
Usually when you get to those.
But the marbles could pick someone that's in the top 10, even if they don't happen to pick one of the really fast ringers. You never know.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't pick like a Scott Crump. We see his road course prowess at the Gauntlet, so maybe not a Scott Crump, but we'll see here. We're going to go ahead and start up the marbles race, and we're going to do kind of like a co-commentator, and then we'll round out the show here. But let's see how this all turns out for us.
Yes, here we go.
All righty. Each track is a little bit different. I think they called this one the Boomerang. So interesting. You're on the front row, aren't you?
I see Chad Frankenfield too. Here we go. Robert Hill out to
nearly lead here. Jesse Racemish, Jordan Owens. Yeah, we got a few drivers. I see David Tooker up there. So Trey Eitz in there. Yep. There's a couple drivers. I see Ethan Stanley up there.
Yep, Jordan Owens up near the front too. See if he's
It's all going to be about how you take the turns, isn't it?
Yep, Wyatt Knadel, Racemish.
Oh, Wyatt out front. There we go. Well, we're going to see why it's called the
Yeah, they got to turn right here.
Yeah, they got to turn right, just like in how they're going to have to do.
Comes Jeff Green up through there.
Wyatt Knadel getting out. Yeah, he's getting out to a big lead there. Is Wyatt a good road course racer?
I don't.
Oh, I don't think Jeff Green's up there. He is not going to want to win again. Jordan Owens is now coming up to the front there. Look at Wyatt. My gosh.
He's checking out, buddy.
That's like the biggest lead that we've seen in a marbles race here. It's 5 laps, so we're on lap number 2. And, man.
Seth Rawls closing the gap a little bit.
Is he a good road course racer?
He's pretty solid on the road courses, yeah.
All right. Here comes Robert Hill Jr., Ethan Stanley. Yeah, man, that's the one that we're going to have to look at.
Oh, Dewar with the dive bomb on Jeff Green.
Wyatt Knadel said, no, sir. I'm not a good road course racer. Marbles are lying. Well, hey, you're getting your fame right now, Wyatt.
If you win the marbles race, that could indicate, top 15, top 10.
Wyatt, I either want you to finish dead last or win the race, and you're going to have to pick if you win this race. Yep. Right now, it's looking all you. I mean, you got a good lead. Michael Hossack's coming up there. Jeff Green. Oh no, Jeff. He said he'd quit the podcast if he ever wins another marble race. Oh, no. Wyatt Kaneda's still out front. Jeff Green is starting to catch him, though. Here comes Nick Massey. Oh, Nick and Delicato.
They're pretty solid at road courses, too.
Yeah, right now, I mean, we're on 3rd lap, coming to the 4th lap.
Cutlip, Fuller making an appearances in the top 10 here.
Jeff Green's up front now, leading it. Oh, they're switching it back. Cut back underneath. Here comes Wyatt Knadel trying to get back underneath them. Here they come to 2 laps ago. Wyatt Knadel still leading it here. Wyatt saying full throttle turn 1.
Oh, he sent it in there.
Oh, he did. He did throw it. Oh, here comes Seth Rawls.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. He was back in like 5th for a little bit there.
Jeff must have locked him up and won.
Oh, boy.
That Talon? Harrison Talon's coming up there. Wouldn't that be a story? Kyle
I think
Hanshaw?
Andrew Rucker's dead last. So, I mean, this has to have some kind of credit to it. Jeff Green takes the lead again. Oh, he's
man.
probably at home furious right now.
He'd be the
I
first
feel bad.
repeat winner in the marbles race.
Yeah, I mean, we've only had 2 marbles races. Well, 3, but 2 of the full field. Yeah. Wyatt Canado way out front. Look at him go.
Oh, man, he's cooking.
Wyatt, man, I know you say you're
White
a good
flag?
road course racer, but yeah, it's a white flag.
White flag.
Jeff Green's still in it. Harrison Talon, Seth Rawls. Here comes Seth Rawls on the back bumper.
Oh,
Back marble.
for
Here
all
they
the
come.
marbles.
Is he going to do a switchback? Oh, it's close. He's onto the outside of him.
Oh,
Wyatt
man.
Canado does not have a big lead. Seth Rawls takes the lead.
There he goes.
Here he
On the
goes.
back. Comes Jeff Green fighting back, looking in Delicado with the send.
Oh, they all clobber it into the wall. Look at the lead.
Seth's
Seth
checking
Rawls
out.
got a huge lead.
Seth is
Oh,
checking
Seth
out.
Rawls is getting going.
Wyatt burned up the tires, I think.
Wyatt, oh, you lost it at the end. You choked it. Seth Rawls to the checkered.
There
Oh,
it is.
he wins it. All right.
Trey Holmes came out of
Trey
nowhere.
Holmes came out of nowhere. Yeah, out of
Wow.
nowhere. Seth Rawls, look at you go. Take it over, Wyatt. Oh, I'm so sorry, Wyatt. No, I guess you don't need to practice.
Well, Gerald, I don't know, man. I don't see any of the ringers in the top 10 here.
So turn 1 in the real life or in the real race is they're just gonna wreck it in turn 1, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to. I
Definitely
mean, you're
good.
gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to help me with the marble race prediction. Just slam into the back of somebody into the next one.
There we go.
Well, we'll see how Seth Rawls does. I mean, that's not a bad pick,
No,
honestly.
he's pretty good road course racer. That's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Over there, looks like we have finally finished up the marbles race, finished up the broadcast here. I gotta say, Ethan, a lot of fun. I'm glad that we were able to get this in. Sorry we missed it on Thursday, but happy to see it. Oh, a nice kiss
There's
for
the wife.
for good job work, I guess, for doing the podcast there. Other than that, folks, we're happy to have you guys join us again. We're gonna be back. Not next week. We're going to be off. So will the Elite Racing be off. So we've followed the Elite schedule. We'll be right after them on a Thursday. So do tune in. We're always going to be here on YouTube, onto the Twitter page. Find us on YouTube on the BellyUp Sports. Subscribe. Be able to make sure you be on time and see the beginning of these episodes because we got so much stuff that goes through here that we really enjoy it. And I thank you, Ethan. That was a lot of fun. Your second time. Getting used to it.
That was awesome, man. I'm excited for the next one. I always have a good time. It was fun running weeks through the gauntlet. That was a great time. And the marbles race, of course, is always a good show. Sorry for Wyatt. It was an unfortunate loss there at the end.
Yeah.
But it was a good time.
We appreciate everyone commenting. We hope to do more of the commenting, showing the comments and everything, because it's an elite atmosphere, and obviously we should be able to let the elite drivers be able to comment, and we see their comments and have their voice spoken, even though they're not speaking at all, and I can absolutely just hide their message at any time I want. So I'm Chad now, so I can do whatever I want on that situation. But no, we appreciate everybody. We appreciate BellyUp Sports for allowing us to be able to have this podcast. Appreciate Elite. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Don't miss a thing. And 2 weeks from now, we're going to be back on Thursday. It's going to be me and Goody going to be doing the broadcast here. And then at that point, we're going to have Dustin Dewar doing the gauntlet with us. More marbles racing, more action. Look back at Coda. Probably going to be looking at a lot of you guys doing some really bad road course racing. So don't miss that.
Going to be plenty of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again. Have yourself a wonderful night. Thank you, Ethan, for being on here.
Always.
We'll have fun again in 2 weeks from now, folks.
Thanks, guys.